All right, so I wanted to start over here. I think this is so interesting. Do you guys see this right here that's growing? Guys, I did not plant these seeds. I believe these are squash. And they've got like 4 or 5 really good plants that are growing. That's my dog, my grandpuppy, Finn. Say hi, Finn. And he's trying to figure out what I'm doing. He's always out here when I'm out here. And look at what happens when you have what I guess gardeners call it volunteers. So I have volunteer squash, which I believe are squash, that are growing. I just put BT on this squash because I've been noticing a lot of bites in some of the leaves and stuff like that. Overall, the plant is pretty healthy. Today I did add a homemade trellis. I think they call this a mason ladder. They're about $4 or $5 each at Home Depot. I don't know if this is gonna grow up and need to trellis. I can always move it. You just plant it right into the ground. If you really want it in there, you could use some the ground stakes. I could show those as a matter of fact too. And the windmill, that's just to keep, or I don't even think it's called a windmill, but it's like a windmill to keep birds away. Doesn't quite work, but that's what the intention was. This plant right here, my honey bought for me the other day at Home Depot. So I just went ahead and put that in the ground. It seems to be pretty drought tolerant. I planted it yesterday and surprisingly it's looking pretty good. So it must be doing well in this heat. So just so you guys all know, this is the type of dirt that I have here in the yard. My back patio area. It's very sandy, very clay-like, and it stays very dry. Everything you're gonna see in my back patio area that's planted and growing is because I put down my own soil. So this right here is a purple daisy. This plant, you guys, when I bought it, it was like, just like a regular little plant. I mean, look at what it's done. And I mean, in the spring and summer, it just goes bonkers. Look at it. I mean, the thing is huge. I can't even, okay. This is my little snake plant that I got from a home nursery. I bought it about a year ago. It was much smaller. As you can see, it's growing like crazy, starting new leaves and everything. It does not like a lot of water. So what I'm learning is a lot of plants do not like a lot of water. This right here I just did today, and I probably should have showed you guys when I did this, but I bought a little jasmine bush and I've been keeping it up with a bamboo stick and some rocks around it. But I decided today, as a matter of fact, when I got home, I had my son put another, we basically created a trellis with the mason ladder, and I just wound the jasmine bush around it. So this is gonna grow and it's gonna be really pretty. It's gonna be like a jasmine bush arch, if you will. What are you eating, Finn? And as you can see, Finn is in all my business. He wants to know every little thing I'm doing. Okay, then we're gonna walk on over. We'll be back over here. We're gonna walk on over here. This is another jasmine plant that I bought about a year ago. Same thing. I've been keeping it up with a bamboo stick and some ties. I took that out today, and me and my son put up this trellis. Very easy. It's a mason ladder, $5 at Home Depot. Excuse me, no digging in the dirt, Finn. And that's what this is right here. And I got this idea off of TikTok, by the way. And I think this is just like such an amazing idea instead of going and spending $50 and $60 on a trellis. And sometimes these little trellis cages don't work too good. This right here is my lavender plant. I bought this about a year ago. It was a small plant when I bought it. As you can see, it's going bonkers. It's beautiful. And it is doing quite well. Lavender does not like a lot of water. So honestly, I might water this once or twice a week. I water it close to the roots in the ground, but I try not to get it too wet. This right here, this little pathway, walkway, my honey, he actually did this. There were some bricks over there by the backyard. He took them and moved them and created a pathway for me. I used to have plants back here. I don't right now. I might start moving some back there. The problem with putting plants along this back wall is it gets a lot of sun back there, and the plants don't always do too good, especially plants that don't like a lot of sun. This is our pomegranate tree. I bought this maybe for about $40 or $50 about a year ago. And if it looks kind of weird right now, that's because my honey, because it was sprawled out and the pomegranates were getting so heavy, the branches were bending over. So what he did was he staked it into the ground, and then he put these ties around it to help support the plant. As the plant gets bigger and stronger, I'm imagining the branches will get stronger and things like that. But guys, we've already got real pomegranates growing on our pomegranate tree. So we're super excited about that. This was also a tree that I strategically planted right here behind my son's, that's my son's window, and that's my sliding glass door to my bedroom. As you can see, the reason why I did that is because it gets very hot back here, and the idea was to shade part of the house. I have these two huge kind of like bush trees back here, and they help, but it's not enough to shade the house and keep it cooler. This is my yarrow plant. As you can see, I'm new to growing yarrow. I bought the plant already like this, and if you see that it has a lot of dead foliage on it, it's because I think I overwatered it. So I'm trying to stop watering it, giving it a break. It is a beautiful, beautiful plant and flower, but it does not need much water. And then up here, I have these hanging ferns. As you can see, they probably need to be pruned. They go bonkers. They do like a lot of water. They love wet soil. And I also have one over there. That's the other one. So that's my other fern. Let me take you over there a little bit so you can see that one. This one's beautiful too, but and as you can see, Finn just bit my hand. Why'd you bite my hand? That he would think I want to play. That one's going crazy, but that one's even crazier. Isn't it beautiful? I'll just take you up close so you can see. I don't know, it just gives, you know, when you live in the desert, to have a plant like this, I look outside my window and it's like I'm in a whole nother place. I don't know, it just gives me those vibes. I used to have hanging flowers up here, but of course I was a new gardener, didn't know what I was doing, and those died. One fell and broke. I don't know, I don't do real good with hanging plants, guys. So I'm imagining that these plants right here, these ferns, do better in the summer and in the warmer months. So my plan is to get pots, really big pretty pots for both of them, put them on the back porch back here, and then take care of them. And when it gets really, really cold and frosty, because it gets very cold out here in the fall and the winter, I'll probably be bringing those in or closer to the patio. This is my workstation right here, just so you guys can see that. We'll get into that in a minute. In the meantime, I'll just show you some of the new additions I have to my garden. These are, I believe, yeah, Sun Gold tomatoes. It is a baby tomato plant, but as you can see, it's already producing fruit. It's the root itself, or the stem, is pretty good. I'm probably gonna have to you guys see who's here again? He wants to know what I'm doing. I'm probably gonna have to tie that to this bamboo stick, which I just put in. This is one of the bamboo sticks I had in my jasmine plant. So I put it in there, and what my goal is I'm going to at some point tie it like that, and it's gonna grow up. And then what I'll do is I'll trellis the plant and the stems around this to keep it in place. I have a feeling this is gonna grow really big. So I'm just kind of trying to get ahead of the game here. Then over here, I have this cedar box, by the way. I bought off of Facebook Marketplace. The guy that, he actually makes these by hand. It is cedar wood, so it's safe for, human consumption. It's not toxic for your plants and stuff like that. I did fill this up. I had some other dirt in here, some random soil that I got at either Lowe's or Home Depot, but I did invest into Happy Frog soil. It is more expensive, totally worth it though. This right here is my peppermint. As you can see, I bought a couple small peppermint plants at the nursery. They were already little plants, but they've grown immensely. I think they've probably like doubled in size. So yes, that's peppermint. I have a random tomato growing over here, and more random tomato plants over here. So I'm assuming, well, my goal is when they get a little bit bigger and a little bit better rooted, I am going to transplant those. And this is my basil. I'm learning how to deal with basil, and I noticed basil does like wet soil, but it doesn't seem like it needs a lot. These are baby jalapeno plants. I got these from the nursery as well, where I got the tomato plants. And I was watching a guy on TikTok. He says you need to keep the flowers off the jalapeno plants. I also have been pruning them, so if they look a little thin, that's because I've pruned the bottoms of them. Same with things with these tomato plants. And I really notice with tomato plants, when you keep them pruned really well, they produce. They get tall, they get big, they get bushy, and you'll get a lot of tomatoes. This right here is my chocolate mint. I got this from a guy in Lake Los Angeles who propagates his own plants and sells them. And guys, when I tell you this actually smells like chocolate mint, it is beautiful. Another tomato plant, 3 more tomato plants up here. I know I kind of went crazy on the tomato plants, but it's because they're inexpensive and they're not that hard to grow. So I like growing tomatoes. This right here, I believe is thyme, a thyme plant. Got it from the same guy. His name's Victor, Lake Los Angeles. He sells his plants on Facebook Marketplace. And I love herbs. So as we go through, you'll see I have basil, I have peppermint, I have, what did I say this was? Thyme. And then here, I have a couple of strawberry plants. Now these strawberry plants, I bought maybe like 6 of them from the nursery, guys, maybe like 2 weeks ago. And they're already producing strawberries, as you can see. But I think because of the root, like root shock and transplant shock, they're just getting established. So I'm not really expecting much strawberries out of them right now. But ideally, I would like these off the ground, but I'm running out of space. This right here is a succulent that my honey bought for me when we went up to San Simeon, Cambria. It was a really small plant. It's gotten really big. It is a succulent that's supposed to grow really big, and it's going to have a big pink flower that's going to come out of it. Another plant that I overwater. Succulents do not need or like a lot of water. This right here is Puerto Rican oregano. Oh, it smells so good. I got this one from Victor in Lake Los Angeles as well. Get rid of a dead leaf there. So when I come home, guys, one of the things that I do, I'm always checking my plants for pests. I want to see if there's ants. You'll find with things like oregano, thyme, basil, and stuff like that, the insects really don't like herbs. I have this right here, and I don't know if you guys have ever heard of, obviously, Vicks Vapor Rub, but this is Vicks. This is the actual plant, and it's supposed to be really good for congestion, cough, and you make a tea with it. This is lemon balm. This one is new to me, but it smells so amazing. It smells like a refreshing lemon. Oh, it smells like a lemon ice cream or something, or gelato. It's delicious. This right here is my rosemary. Guys, I have attempted to grow rosemary so many times and have failed, and realized that I was just doing one really bad thing, and that's overwatering it. Rosemary does not need or like a lot of water. What'll happen, it'll cause root rot. So I'm learning that. This is a raspberry bush that my honey bought for me, and it is slowly but surely growing. It looks like I have some tomatoes in there that are growing as well. Guys, you'll notice I have tomatoes everywhere. Some of my seeds from my other planting seasons have fallen in my soil. So over there I keep in that trash can soil, and I will often compost in there as well. I need to throw some more compost in there and get that started again. right there in the trash can. I had my son put holes in it, and it keeps the moisture, breaks down whatever I put in it, and stuff like that. So let me walk you guys over here. I think you guys will find this pretty interesting. And then I gotta let you guys go. I got some watering to do. I bought this plant. This is my pond area, by the way. The previous owners had it covered up with rocks, had not been using it. As you can see, there's like a bushy tree here, which is absolutely beautiful, but the pond is not in use right now. Our plan is to clean it out, put some more of that material down, the black material, and then fill it up, and yeah, have it up and running one day. This right here is a flower and a plant that I bought at a local nursery, Quartz Hill Nursery to be exact, and it was doing amazing. And then all of a sudden, the leaves started dying. So what I did was I totally pruned it back. I put really good soil here, and yeah, it seems like it's coming along and like it's coming back. So I'm really, really excited about that. And as you can see, this is the tree that is over kind of this area right here. It's absolutely beautiful. This tree, maybe about 3 months ago, sprouted some really beautiful purple and white flowers. And we had a little frost and they all went away. So this is what this tree is. As you can see, guys, excuse my backyard. It's not totally as clean as I would like it. We get weeds like crazy out here. I have a lot of this rock down. And this is why my goal is to do some raised bed gardening back here. But my challenge is going to be the sun, obviously, and making sure I have the proper plants back here growing that love sun. I have weeds everywhere. So every now and then me and my son will come out here and we'll just hit it, pull weeds all day or for a couple hours. I haven't really pulled much weeds lately. This is my eucalyptus cedar silver dollar tree. I bought this tree about a year ago and just found out a few days ago that this was actually eucalyptus, which by the way is a antifungal, antibacterial plant, I believe. And guys, it smells amazing. It is doing great. Sometimes in the mornings the birds will come sit on it, or the hummingbirds and things like that. And this is the other side of the pond and the bush or tree area, and that's what it looks like on this side. And I'll back up a little bit so you guys can see that. My goal with this particular tree is to provide more shade to this area, and I'd like at some point to put some more raised beds back here. And there is Finn again. He wants to know what grandma's doing. Finn, what are you doing? Come on with grandma. Come on, baby. Bye-bye. Yeah, he's over there picking. Finn. Okay. Finn, bye. All right. Once he realizes I'm leaving, he'll follow me. So that's everything. And like I said, this is what the back porch area looks like. I know it may not look like much, but this is my little oasis, guys. In the evenings, as you can see, I have the solar light right there. Sorry, the solar light over there. I have another solar light there in my lavender, one right here on my cedar box raised bed, and I have one there by the jasmine. And I probably should move some things so I could actually see it. But when I look out here in the evening, all I can see is like these green plants, the lights, and it is absolutely stunning. In the morning, all I see is birds sitting all over the fence, hummingbirds coming to and from the feeders, and the sun just coming up. And I love hearing the birds sing in the morning, and just thank God for another day. I love this space because it just reminds me of nature, and it just reminds me of all the hard work that I have put into this space. And I'm so proud of myself. I thank God for my honey for helping me do the walkway, and giving me different ideas, helping me with the tree, you know, just kind of being so supportive. I so appreciate that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I am going to give an update on the front as well at some point, but I just wanted to post this as an encouragement. So anyway, have a great day, everybody. See you later.